Art Roderick is with us right now. Art's a former US Marshal, former senior manager at the Department of Homeland Security. Your take on all of this since the murder in Georgia? It's obviously, we've been talking about immigration on this show and others for so long, but what other issues does this bring to light, do you think?
I mean, this is an absolute national security nightmare. I mean, this is why we have asylum procedures so that these people can be properly vetted coming into the country and assimilate into the United States. That's not occurring. I mean, up until 2020, we had approximately 10, 11 million illegal immigrants in this country. That number has doubled over the past 3 years. So now we have anywhere from 20 to 22 million in this country. And a lot of them are gotaways, which you know, haven't even been encountered at the border by Border Patrol and are in this country just anywhere. And I think this is the key here. This lack of vetting is going to unfortunately cause more issues like Laken Riley's murder in Georgia, and we're just starting to see that come about. And I think it's going to come about a lot more when we stress our social services here in the country, and we're no longer able to help feed, clothe the immigrants that we're bringing into this country, and a lot of them are going to end up turning to crime.
Let me talk to you about Venezuela specifically, because as you know, I mean, that's things could hardly be worse in Venezuela. In recent years, they've gone through all kinds of issues. You could see why someone in Venezuela would not want to be in Venezuela anymore. There's a headline from Bloomberg about how Venezuela needs political change to bring migrants home. So this study suggesting if they stabilize the economy, that's not sufficient enough. And, you know, it's a terrible situation and people want to get out. And in this guy, who came across, the guy who's charged with the murder, I think did claim what they call credible fear we're hearing once they get through the border. So, you know, on the one hand, that's the idea of why we're an immigrant nation, right? We're trying to welcome in people who, you know, this is a better situation than what they have at home. On the other hand is exactly what you're talking about, which is the risks.
Yeah, I mean, I was with Homeland Security back when we went through the 2015, 2016 mothers with children coming across the border. We actually housed about 750 of them at the Border Patrol Training Center in Artesia, where we had revamped those facilities. But you know, I keep going back to the fact that here we are, these people are coming across the border. Some of them have court dates, like they just issue them a ticket for a court date 10 years from now. Now, how many of those people back from 2015 and 2016 actually showed up at the court dates? This is going to be a huge problem. It's going to take decades. I mean, decades for law enforcement to sort out and figure out, okay, who are these people? Can we get them out of the country? I know we're having issues with returning people to Venezuela, and there are several other countries, especially the special interest countries. You know, we've got 22,000 Chinese that have come across the border. And what's really scary is there's a lot of single adult males of military age, like that clip you just showed a little while ago of those individuals getting off the bus, all males of military age.
So what would you say if we wanted to do something to you make it better now while we work on a long-term solution? And I understand we've been working on long-term solutions for years. Nobody's come up with anything. What would be the best step now if the president wants to take executive action? We have reason to believe maybe he'll announce something in the State of the Union. It's not going to be this week when he goes to the border, but what would be a step here that could at least slow things down a little bit? What would you do?
I think just absolutely get the military, get the National Guard in there to work with Border Patrol to completely shut down the border. We've got to just shut down the border and figure out exactly what we have in this country and start going at those individuals that are on the terror watch list and that are criminals. Start with them, start picking them off, and hopefully being able to extradite them or put them in custody in some administrative facility the Border Patrol has, or charge them federally.
All right, we're going to we'll see what the president comes up with, and we have the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, on a little bit later. I know he's been critical of the president's policies. Art, thank you as always. Art Roderick.
Thanks, Connell.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.